Hi friends, so this is your friend Arun from Live in Germany channel. So today I'll be making a video on the new Infection Protection Act and also clarify terms like 2G, 2G plus, 3G, 3G plus. There are certain confusions and as per your request I'm making this video. So before I go on to this video, there is a session on Restore Pension which is going to expire. The last day to do for this year is December 15th. So if you are interested and want to know more about it, or if you're planning to buy a house in future and want to know if you can use this Restore subsidies, please do enter the names in your link and we'll send the invitations. Now let's go on to the video. Hi again guys, so like I said, the new Infection Protection Act is coming into play from Wednesday onwards. So this is a result of, there is the national scope of epidemic or pandemic is expiring on this day, which was from the previous government. So the new government, which will be formed in December, has proposed this new Infection Protection Act, and this new Infection Protection Act has also been already approved on 19th. So I'll just give you like small gist of information. Detailed information you can always find in references in our description. Now let me tell what is this 2G, 3G and 3G plus. So 3G, we all know like all these G's stand for. So I'll just say for those who are new. So first G is like geimpft, which means vaccinated, then genese, which means recovered, and getested, which means tested. So when you are falling under these three categories, you can have access to certain places. So in this new Infection Protection Act, they said 3G rules apply at workplaces from Wednesday onwards, and also at public transportation, including domestic flights. So either you have to be recovered, you need a recovery certificate. If you're vaccinated, you need a vaccination certificate, or you are tested, then you need a test certificate. Like unvaccinated people who want to travel, they can make use of this. So this is the common thing you need to understand. So what is this 3G plus, Arun? So if a particular district announces or state announces we need 3G plus, that means all these three category of people, like tested people, test has to be definitely only PCR test. So even those who are vaccinated and recovered, they also have to submit a test which should show negative, and it should be, for example, only PCR. No rapid test is for 3G plus. This you have to keep in mind, very important. And this will give you access to certain areas, for example, restaurants, discotheques, hair salons, and other areas wherever they're putting this restriction. So this is 3G plus in short. The other stricter one is called 2G. So 2G here is leaving out the people who are not vaccinated. So when they say it's a 2G law in certain places, so that means only who are vaccinated and only who are recovered with proper certificates can have access to certain facilities. So I'll tell you later at what values this is coming into play. And the next one, the harder one, is even called 2G plus, where even people who are vaccinated and recovered has to submit a test report. This can be a Schnell test, like the rapid test, so it doesn't have to be a PCR test. So this is the difference, like where you need PCR and where you need rapid. Please don't ask me why they're doing this. I just tell you this information which came. So this is how this 2G, 2G plus, 3G, 3G plus works. Yeah. So on what basis are these new rules coming around? So there is something called as a hospitalization index, what they will be using. So hospitalization index means like number of people who have to be admitted in a hospital in a population of 100,000 people. So out of 100,000 people, how many people has to be hospitalized because of corona is the value. And right now, as on 19th, we saw it was around 5,3 average value for the whole of Germany. That means 5,3 people, 0.3 is not possible, but say for calculation purpose, we can say 0.3 people are actually hospitalized out of whole Germany. This varies state to state, of course. So each state can have different values. So I'll also come to that part later. So this is what is hospitalization means. So what are the thresholds, like what value it says? Yeah. So if it crosses the value number 3, yeah, if the hospitalization rate of a particular state is more than 3, then they will introduce the rules 2G. So like I mentioned already, 2G means only people who are vaccinated and people who are recovered. Unvaccinated people will not have access to certain things. And when this value crosses 6, for example, then it will be 2G plus. So even those two categories will have to show a test result in order to have access to certain locations. So when this value crosses 9, like certain states it's already crossed 9, like you see in the diagram, so they can put more restrictions into place. Like each state can also implement certain rules. They always have that power. So one good example is in Bavaria, they have said in certain district, in certain district where the incidence value, not the hospitalization rate, but incidence value is above 1000, they can put a lockdown in certain regions. So this we saw, like I think 8 or 9 was there when I checked it last time. So this will be also different for different states. So I also read, like say in Baden-Württemberg, they're trying to implement a partial lockdown, which means unvaccinated people cannot leave the house during nighttime and do not have access to discotheques and something like that. So each district and state might come up with something new, guys. We will try to cover each one and post it in our Telegram group, every possible update which comes, but it's not possible to cover each possible state in this video. So I'll just give examples on that. So this is how it's going to be. So please do make sure that you know what kind of rule is there, like 3G, 3G plus, and to know about this, please stay connected with us. Last point I want to add is there is no update or restrictions for international travel so far. So if you're traveling to Germany or from Germany to India or any other country, there is no restriction. I mean, on any other country, of course, certain hochrisiko gebiet, but at least to India, we don't have any problem right now. So feel free to travel and be safe. Don't get panic. These are just measures in order to keep ourselves safe and avoid unnecessary contact and you getting yourself infected. So thanks for watching this video, guys, and I hope you guys will have a very nice week ahead, and bye bye and see you next video. Let's grow a happy community together.